Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 2 of Orange. And with this episode of Orange, things are getting really interesting. You see, I like that we have this intense drama just looming its way slowly, but it's just getting there, you know? The whole, death. now that we know that how Kakeru dies in the future and that he's gonna die rather soon, we have our mission now. But we still have to try to maintain a slice of life romantic atmosphere. And I love that. We know the darkness that is yet to come, but we have to try to avoid that by making everything all sunshine and roses. So I'm just like, okay, alright, I can dig this. This is cool. I like the setup. We see a little bit of hints that Suwa does have feelings for Naho, which we know in the future he ends up getting married to Naho and even has a child with her. But I didn't think that he liked her this early on. Like, you start to see a little bit. Like, the whole thing with Suwa going over to Kakeru being all like, hey, I heard that you're better at soccer than me. Like, clearly that's just a whole way to be all like, I challenge you to a duel for Naho's heart, you know, just a way to show Naho that like, hey Naho, look at me, I'm good at soccer. Forget Kakeru, look at me, I'm pretty good at it, aren't I? Like, that's basically Suwa's whole way of trying to get Naho's attention, but I like the subtlety of it. It's not too obvious, like, you know how a lot of slice of life romance anime, when there's another person introduced into the whole love triangle thing, you'll see the characters blush and stuff, but there's no blushing. There's no blushing with Suwa, so I really like the subtlety, and you can tell. There's the hints that you can tell that he likes Naho right now. Naho wants to make a bento and give it to Kakeru because her and Kakeru were talking the other day about making lunches for each other and stuff, and that was just too adorable. Just the way how Naho was acting around Kakeru that entire day, I felt that. I was all like, girl, I've been in a similar situation before. And I bet a lot of you girls, and probably some of you guys too, if you know what I'm talking about, like, oh man, like you're just waiting to give your crush either that one special treat that you made or something that you bought for them, but you just don't know when the right moment is, and then the right moment comes, but then you're too nervous and you back out. I'm just like, no, I understand. So when she finally gave the bento to Kakeru, I cheered for her, man. I was like, yes, you did it! You did it! Don't you feel great? Like, of course she was nervous. She was shaking, in fact, throughout the entire scene there. But Kakeru, he accepted it. He was smiling and laughed, and he said, I was really hoping you would do this. And I'm just like, ah! That was great. That was such an amazing scene. I loved every second of that. But before we got that cheerful scene, we found out what happened during those 2 weeks that Kakeru ditched. Turns out, when he came back home from, the first day of school when he and the others were hanging out and having a blast and everything, when he came back home, his mother had already committed suicide. So the reason why on the letter, future Naho told present Naho not to invite Kakeru, it was probably because so that Kakeru could perhaps stop his mother from dying or something like that. But he needed to be there with his mother instead of hanging out with friends. We don't know why she committed suicide, but all we know is that she did it, and that's fucked up. Like, legit, to see your mother committing suicide, or have already committed suicide, that is fucked up. Like, when I heard that, I was like, ooh, what kind of anime am I watching? Like, the tone shift right there, man. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was dark. But then, after, the happy moment, we find out in the letter that future Naho says that Kakeru dies in an accident. The mission isn't exactly to prevent the accident from happening. I mean, it's an accident, so you really can't prevent that. It's so that when he dies, and if he ends up dying in that accident, is that he will die with no regrets. He will die with a fulfilling and happy life. The mission is to make Kakeru happy. And I'm just like, whoa, like, what a turn of events. Honestly, how many time traveling anime can you think of where the mission is to prevent that special someone from dying? Honestly, how many anime? Like, I just thought of 3. So it's really cool that that is not the mission. Cause, like I said, you can't prevent an accident from happening. I mean, who knows? Maybe in the future they end up somehow preventing that accident from happening, but just in case, if they don't, it's good to die knowing that you have done everything that you wanted to do, or at least that you're happy and that you have no regrets. That is a good death. I know this got really dark, but wow. So, a really interesting episode, quite the turn of events, but I enjoyed it and I'm really excited to see where we go on from here. Because now current Naho knows the fate of Kakeru, so is she instead going to try to prevent that accident from happening? I don't know. But let's stick with the main mission first, and that is to make sure Kakeru is happy. Catch you later as I review a bunch of anime. Oh my gosh, there's so much to review today. I'll be live reacting to Mob Psycho 100. I'll be live reacting to chapter 183 of Natsu no Taizai. I'm gonna try to get a Tales of Hysteria review out. I gotta review Happiness, just a bunch of stuff. Stay tuned for a load of videos, okay? I'm your female otaku, sayonara.